Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Chef Christy and today I am making biscuits. Just look at these beautiful biscuits. They are fluffy, tender, they're so good. I'm excited to show you just how to make them. And on this channel, I share a wide variety of delicious recipes each and every week. So please subscribe if you have not already, and if you hit that notification bell, then you will know as soon as I upload a new video. But it is time to get cooking and make these biscuits. All right, so we are making biscuits. Now I know that there are many biscuit recipes out there, and maybe you even have a recipe that was handed down to you from your grandmother or your mother, and maybe you even have some sweet memories of being in the kitchen with them and they were showing you how to make biscuits. I just want to show you how I make mine. And to be completely honest with you, I have not always been the best biscuit maker, but I think I have figured out the trick. And I use only 3 ingredients, which is self-rising flour, salted butter, and buttermilk. That's all. That's all that I use are those 3 ingredients. But I think the trick is the method and how you make them. So I have a large mixing bowl, a wooden spoon, and then I use a box grater. Now this is just my little trick. This is how I figured out to make the perfect biscuit. So I want to show you just how to do it. Okay, so like I said, I'm using a self-rising flour, and I am actually going to spoon my flour into my measuring cup. I want to make sure that I don't overfill my cup or pack it too full. All right, and then I'm just going to take a knife and I'm going to level it off. And I'm going to use 2.5 cups of self-rising flour. Okay, so your next ingredient is your salted butter, and this has been frozen solid. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a box grater. Now you can use a pastry cutter or even a fork if you do not have one. I'm just saying this works the best. I really like this method. So I'm just going to kind of place that in my bowl, and then I'm going to use the paper here to kind of hold it. And then I'm just going to begin to grate this butter using the large size holes here and grate my butter into my flour. And I'm using this whole stick. When you get to the end, be careful with your fingers. I'm going to take this end and I'm just going to take my knife and just cut it up a little. I don't want to scratch up my knuckles. All right, so I'll make sure I get all this butter out of my grater. And then I'm simply just going to toss this together using my fingers to distribute that butter within the flour. Okay, so one important key to making flaky, fluffy, delicious biscuits is to make sure that all your ingredients are really cold. So now I'm actually going to place this bowl into the freezer for about 10 minutes. All right, so I just took my bowl of flour and butter out of the freezer, and now I'm going to add some very cold buttermilk. And just for a little info about your buttermilk, sometimes it'll take a little extra and other times a little bit less. Just make sure that your dough is a little bit wet and sticky. That's the way you want it. So I'm just taking my wooden spoon here and I'm going to make like a well in the center of my flour, and I'm going to pour in this buttermilk. And then I'm just going to begin to very gently mix this together. And when I say gently, I mean just kind of folding it in a little. Okay, at this point, I'm going to pour this out onto my work surface here. And I'm going to go ahead and put some flour down. And I'm going to dump this out. And if there's some flour on in your bowl, that's fine. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of flour over the top. And I'm just going to kind of start to work with this dough. Pressing it down with my hands. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin to fold, and I'm going to take this and fold it over and then press it down again. Add a little bit more flour on my surface. And I'm going to fold this 5 times. So that was 1, 2, and this develops nice layers in your biscuits. And that's where you get your nice fluffy, flaky biscuits. And you can see all the butter that's still inside of your dough there. I'm gonna kind of sprinkle some flour on top. Fold it back over. Your dough is wet, so it's okay to sprinkle flour in between your folds. So this is 4. So 1 more. 5. Now some people use a rolling pin, but I just like to use my hands. And now I'm going to press it out with my hands until it's about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, depending on how thick you like your biscuits. Okay, so I'm going to begin to cut my biscuits, and I'm just using a glass. You can get a biscuit cutter, but this works just fine. I've got some flour here, so I'm kind of rolling my glass into flour. And then I've got a sheet tray that I have lined with parchment paper. Now when you cut your biscuit, you want to go straight down. You do not want to twist because you want it to rise. So that's what we're going to do. Let me show you how I do it. Just like that. And I'm going to put it in onto my sheet tray here. I'm just going to keep doing this. Straight down. Don't twist. And as you can see, I am placing my biscuits close together. You want them to be almost touching so that they can use each other to lift each other up in the oven. All right, I'm going to rework my dough. Sprinkle a little bit more flour. All right, I think I can get 1 more biscuit out of these little end pieces. I don't like to waste. Okay, so now I'm just going to place these biscuits into the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. I'm going to keep my eye on them until they're nice and golden brown. All right, look at these beautiful biscuits. Oh my goodness. All right, y'all. I love a biscuit with butter and jam. Oh, oh my goodness. These are amazing. So fluffy, light and airy. So delicious. I hope that you give this a try. Just 3 ingredients. Super, super easy. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon with more recipes.